Hello, hello. How's everybody going? Another Friday night. Looks like Zoe the cat was up in here first, followed by Ground Fog, Marco, B Shady's in here, Chaos Theory, Justin Ronan, and Irish John, channel member. How you doing, Irish John? How's everybody doing tonight? It's going to be another amazing, fun Friday night here. I think, at least that's a typical plan. We'll get there somehow. Just a dude. Good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? Awesome, awesome. Everybody showing up. Yeah, how was everybody's week? Yeah, we got four people up in here. So yeah, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having an outstanding week. I mean, besides all the crazy going on. Got my obanus finally. Nice, nice. Glad to hear that, man. That is awesome. How you liking it? Oh, the sheath looks insanely beautiful. Yeah, that's you have to send me some pics, man. Yeah, BEA beautiful. Absolutely. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, I haven't done too. I think we're finally getting caught up on the laptop. So hopefully the next couple of weeks I can start bringing in some new gear. That's the plan. And hey, it's that time of year. Who knows? Maybe Fatty Claus will be extra nice to me this year. Um, well, can't complain about that. Yeah, just a dude. Either yeah, you can do a community post if you have that, or you can send me an email. My email's on the channel page, but it's bushcraftrebooted at gmail.com. Super simple. Also, yeah, I'm on Instagram. Instagram. That is that's how the cookie crumbles there. Still carrying the Spyderco Sage 5 CF. Still loving this knife. Sweet, sweet. Does everything it needs to do. Oh, right on. Yeah, all right. Yeah, post it tomorrow, man. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Definitely love a good sheath. Speaking of sheaths, man, I should put that one out here for the Alaris. Man, I haven't been bringing out the Alaris enough. It ends up, it's got a second home in the kitchen where I use it all the time. But yeah, we should probably put the sheath the same way. There we go. The Kydex sheath going with it. Oh, you're getting your Wicked Wax tomorrow too? Yeah, I think you'll like this stuff. I think it's great stuff. I've got it kicking around here, there, and everywhere. Man, I've got to get some lighting. Um, it helps if I don't have it upside down too. If it was reversed, I could be like, "Oh, it's the camera," but it's not. It's just me being an idiot. It frequently happens, man. We got the proper phone set up this week. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, last Sunday I ended up setting up with the old phone, and but the nice part is I could tell a difference, man. This has got way more definition to it. Yeah, I'm looking to get into some custom kydex myself as far as sheaths go. Like I would love to be making custom kydex. It's one of those things like jumping out of an airplane. It's on the bucket list. I would like to put together some sweet custom kydex. It's just putting together all the tools and the materials and all that. It's a pretty hefty investment, but it's something I plan to do. I don't want to do a full-time business with it. I'd like to, get good at it, make some quality, and yeah, quality over quantity. If I could do, two or three or four sheets a week, on top of whatever else I've got going on, that would be sweet. So that's on the bucket list. Anybody else into that or? Yeah, it does, man. Yeah, it seems like fun. I've watched all the videos, which by modern standards makes me an expert. No, it does not. Yeah, a little sarcasm there. Facetious sarcasm, kind of. But yeah, man. It's one of those things I just want to do, and then polish everything up on the Wicked Edge Gen 4 Pro. I have a little Kydex sharpening thing going on. That would be sweet. And then hey, we got Burkles for Cerakote. Don't forget Burkle Cerakote, guys. Yeah, I got the box right there. Yeah, Burkle Cerakote, man. He's also coming out with his own line of knives. If you haven't checked that out, definitely check him out. He's got a YouTube channel. He's got a website as well. He stops by the channel from time to time. Yeah, Justin, we'll have to talk about that, man. I'm sure there's, if you're doing your own already, there's got to be some of those little, only if you do it kind of trade secret things that they're not sharing on YouTube. But yeah, man, I would love to be making custom kydex. Um, I'm practicing the whole sales pitch now, like, oh, snaps right in, no shake, no rattle, all that good stuff. Yeah, that would be, and I'm sure Mrs. Bushcraft would be happy if I'm doing that stuff too. She knows I like to build stuff and keep preoccupied. But yeah, Justin, what did you invest, if you don't mind me asking, or you can talk to me later on Instagram or something. But what's a reasonable startup on that? Like starting with ground zero. Like I don't even own a Dremel at this point. Yeah, leatherwork seems like fun too, but yeah, there's just hand sewing involved and lots of sewing, and I think I've done enough sewing in one lifetime. Although I say that, man, if I had a couple sewing machines right now, I'd be cranking out some cool gear. Custom pouches for everyone. Yeah, you like the taco style, Justin? See, I like the pancake style because then it just because the taco style, like if it depends on how you're mounting it, like you only mount one side. If you're mounting it to gear or something, it seems like it'd be flopping all over the place. Where this you can kind of do both sides, and it's a better platform. But I do think the taco style, if you're gonna like use it like an EDC pocket slip kind of thing or something, it'd be better for that. Or like an IWB setup, it would be better for that. But yeah, if you're gonna mount it like to a backpack or an LBV or chest rig or anything like that, I think that the pancake style allows for more symmetrical mounting, if that makes sense. Um, right, I've been to three different people. It makes it more difficult, like lining it up and stuff. Or Santiago, hello, welcome to the chat. How you doing this evening? Made and they all complain that they can't do it because yeah, chaos. There's limitations to the kydex. Yeah, for optics and stuff like that. Like or even flashlights, man. Like depending on how you want to mount a flashlight, how the flashlight's shaped. Like yeah, like the ProTech here. See how it like flares out of the bottom. So if you're gonna do this tail switch up with kydex, the kydex would have to be the diameter or the widest point all the way up to be able to take it out. But that's why like an Olight i3T is easier to make a little kydex sleeve for than this. You see what I'm saying? And the same is true with weapons mounted sights, lights, lasers, and all the other bling bling. So yeah, there are limitations of kydex for sure. Oh, how's my day going? My day's been going awesome, man. I got to talk with Irish John on the phone a little while ago, and yeah, I'm proud of the Irish over there. They're holding up to their name, the Fighting Irish, because they're getting a little sick of us certain things. Yeah, it was great. Mrs. Bushcraft, she spent most of the day with her daughter, so it was kind of peaceful and quiet around here. Can't complain, except for that damn cat. Yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft neglected to tell the cat that she went out, so yeah, he was walking around crying, being a little Sally McSally. But that's what cats do, I guess. Yeah, hey, just a dude, man. Those weren't riots. That was peaceful protesting over there in Ireland. And I fully support their right to peaceful protest. Hey, if certain people get to redefine the definition of certain words, I think that we should be able to capitalize on that. That's just my opinion, but yeah, that was when you look at the situation on why they were peacefully protesting, it happened to burn down a cop car in the process. Yeah, I'm kind of all for that. Well, Bushcraft fixed the drought in my tent and the Mylar Gorilla Tape and cord. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, hey, glad I could help out, Irish John, man. Anytime, man. You know how to get in touch with me. Oh yeah, yeah. Just to dude. Are we talking about the same ones? The ones in No, well, yeah. It depends. Yeah. There's Oh yeah, in Ireland, in Dublin. There was a 10-year-old girl that was SA'd by a legal immigrant there, in front of like by one of those migrant hotels, the Irish are kind of fed up with that stuff. So are the English, for that matter. Yeah, native-born citizens of countries being treated like second-rate citizens. Well, illegal immigrants live lawless and have everything handed to them for free. Yeah, man, it's so intentional. Like somebody's stirring the pot. Yeah, illegal. Yeah, see, I totally support legal immigration. I always have, I always will, especially in the United States. What I don't support for 1 second is illegal immigration. I won't support that for a second, unless the government wants to go around and give us all a couple of get out of free jail passes so we can go off and act like asses, and get away with it. Um, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Oh, that, and give me back all my tax money because you didn't need that. Yeah, there's a whole lot of wrong with it. Um, like illegals getting CDLs just because they're here. Everybody else has to go and take a course and know the difference between has. I don't know. I've never held a CDL, but I know it's a process behind it. And you have to, at minimum, be able to speak the language, to read signs, and understand things. But yeah, whereas LA alone handed out 62,000 CDLs to illegal immigrants, because they're entitled to work. And yeah, and this misconception that illegals are taking jobs that Americans don't want to do. I'm positive that there's 62,000 truckers that would like to get that work. There's American truckers out of work. There's other places that did it. Where was it as well? Houston has like thousands and thousands, but there's estimated to be over 130,000 just handed out illegal CDLs in this country right now, and they're so dangerous. Yeah, there's accidents happening left, right, and center that are taking people's lives because these people don't know how to drive. In a reasonable trouble, the truck driver, is that what you're talking about? Just a dude? Yeah, and there's even wow, the corruption runs deep. Um, yeah, even was it New York City was passing out driver's licenses where they didn't have to give their name. So the driver's license says no name given. It's got a picture of them and stuff, but no name given, and they got driver's licenses. There's other places that happen as well. I think Pennsylvania, Connecticut, something like that. But yeah, once again, they just they probably just pay a little bit of money that they got for nothing. It was free tax money. Um, yeah, but I'm definitely not buying into that. Yeah, where was that? There was some superintendent, some school superintendent in Pennsylvania. Same thing. He's been working illegally in this country for 20, 30 years, 20, 25 years, whatever it is. And yeah, he's here illegally, and he's pulling in a $300,000 a year job that no American wants, right? No American earned that either. And he backed it up with it. There was like fake college diplomas, fake everything. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't think they got 40 years. I think a lot of that stuff's still pending. Um, yeah, I think it's still pending. It's all recent. It's happened like within the past month or two. One of them was just the other day. And it was another example, a guy here from India illegally with a CDL, that he, it was a gifted CDL. It wasn't earned. And yeah, took out, like, cause it's on there, like rear-ended a bunch of people, and he was driving under the influence. So they apparently don't care about our laws. So yeah, and that's the problem I have with the illegal immigration. They start off by illegally entering our country, and then they get spoiled rotten by a certain political party. They get free everything, and then they continue to break the law by working in our country illegally. Yeah, in fact, hey, heads up, there's a lot going on with DoorDash and Walmart and Target and all of them that are, illegals are working through a loophole. Like they get their buddy to sign up for a DoorDash account or somebody who's, can legally have one, and then they go around and work that DoorDash account. It's huge in England. It's been going on there for quite a while. But yeah, just some of the random stuff going on. Part of the migrant problem in Ireland is legalized immigration. People being left in the country with no passport, but needed passport to get on a plane, but still left into the yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're playing the system something fierce, and it's yeah, we're all paying for it. I know. There's a lot of people, Canadians, the English, Irish, Scottish, Swedish, French. The people are sick of it, but they weaponized empathy. Anytime you say something against it, you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're a Nazi, you're a fascist, you're Islamophobic, and that's not the case at all. It really isn't. It's a matter of like, yeah, there's a whole lot more than that. But yeah, it's not Islamophobic to bring up, to draw to the attention like their 1500 year history of the way they do things. And also they openly will admit that, yeah, well, they're going to take over your country. They're going to take over everything. Um, yeah, and there's videos that all over the place. Like man, I just stopped watching this stuff because it's just not healthy. When common everyday people can figure out, and it's not just my opinion, it's many other opinions as well. Um, but there's yeah, when we can hear them say it out loud, they said the quiet part out loud. Why isn't the government picking up? I know at least they stopped immigration of Muslims into this country for a while. I don't know if it's fully in effect, but yeah, and they need to start deporting the ones. The second you start off with that um, anti-American rhetoric, and if you're streaming there like the scumbags in Dearborn, Michigan, like they're having a little public conference, and they're screaming death to America. Why aren't they going and arresting those people, putting them right on a plane and sending them back where they came from? Like if they're yeah, like I believe in freedom of speech and everything, but if your battle cry is death to America while you're in America, you don't belong here. No, I just hate everybody except for those few people, like all my friends. Yeah, exactly, chaos there. Yeah, I hate everybody equally. Um, yeah, except for if you're in my circle, if you're in my friend group, of course I like you. Um, oh, just a dude. Are you talking about Buffalo, New York? Is that what you're referencing there? Like, I'll definitely research it, man. I've been doing a lot of research on this stuff. Trying to do it in moderation though. Um, yeah, I'll research both, especially like I've lived in and out of New York for quite a few years. I spent a few years out on Long Island, at East Moriches, and then upstate New York in Ovid, New York. KB45, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, my man. Or I think that's kind of like that's passive, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna work on the English there. Yes, sir. Unsubscribe did a thing on it. Yeah, I'll check it, man. In fact, yeah, I'll write it down right now. The name of the channel is unsubscribe. Unsubscribed. Unsubscribe. Buffalo, New York. Yeah, that's on my list of things to do for sure. Yeah, just a dude for sure, man. I'm trying to do as much research on that stuff as I can, because I don't want to jump on here on YouTube sounding like an idiot, like I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know everything, but I'm trying to learn as much as I can. Yeah, like that stuff with Dearborn, Michigan. It's doesn't make any sense to me on how that why that guy is still. Yeah, how is he still in America after that? Like you're gonna sit there and tell Americans, although you may live here, you're not welcome here. Well, I think that goes for the Muslim party, and they're outright there. They want to take over the West, death to America, all that stuff. Bando Picks, welcome to the chat. How you doing, brother? How is yeah, Bando, how are things going for you, brother? Awesome seeing you as always, man. Glad to have you here. We are open discussion right now, I guess. Yeah, comment on Kydex press up a bit. Um yeah, dude, with the knives, just get some foam mats you can get at Harbor Freight. 2x6 and a door hinge and clamps is all you really need. Yeah, okay, yeah, Justin, I got the press thing down. But what else would you would need what? I've seen you definitely need a heat gun and then materials and stuff. Where do you think what is it? Knifemaker.com or something like that has quite a bit on that stuff. Yeah. Um yeah, four of them are veterans. Yeah, I think I've seen their channel. Yeah, it's hard to go through everything, but yeah, I'll definitely make it a point to check them out. Yeah. Small oven like a toaster oven. I've seen that quite a bit, and have a cookie sheet so the stuff doesn't melt through. DFH, what's happening, brother? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Always good seeing you here, man. Always a pleasure. How's life treating you, bro? Squat shot. What's happening? Hey, Leon, we was just talking about the trucking, man. Did you know LA put out 62,000 bunk CDL licenses for illegal immigrants? And it's like, man, like I know people that are truckers that could use some work. I'm sure you do. And that's kind of where we're getting at with that stuff. That yeah, we'll try partially debunking the whole, oh well, illegal immigrants do jobs Americans don't want to do. I'm calling bullshit on that one. Yeah, man, I've met plenty of truck drivers in my life, and yeah, they definitely could use the work. And not only that, they're bringing the wages down because they'll work for peanuts rather than working for what the job is worth. So yeah, altogether, there's known to be over 130,000 fraudulent CDLs. So you got 130,000 people that don't know what they're doing, driving around like massive trucks that obviously can end people's lives. Yeah, DFH, man. Yeah, life is going good here. Hey, we still got a roof over our head. We still got good food to eat. Hey, man, the rest is a bonus. Yeah, all right. Yeah, Squatch is saying it the way it should be said. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely ludicrous that they're getting away with all that. Like it's like man, the more I learn, the less I wish I knew, but I kind of need to know. Like, oh, I'm not making any sense tonight, am I? Y'all know what I'm saying, though. Ignorance is bliss. It seems like the more I learn about, I'm like, how did this happen? Like, who let all this happen? It's mind boggling. Elsie Buell. When did you send it to me? Yeah, I think I did actually. Um, we're trying to become one with technology here. Because this one time at Skydive Camp, no shit. Yeah, make your own press, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Should have never been allowed. Like, who's responsible for that? And what price are they going to pay? Because we're all paying for it. Like, yeah, that shit has gotten way out of control. Like I said, we even started having problems in skydiving. Rather than giving us pay raises, they started hiring illegal immigrants. Some of them from like Brazil. They had people working from illegally from Canada. Oh, it is confirmed that Snap and EBT will get shut off. Yeah, and then if we can get rid of enough of the illegals holding jobs, all the people that are collecting Snap and EBT and stuff, they can start getting jobs too. Yeah, I've seen some videos on that. Like, I'm about to lose my $3,000 a month in EBT. You're like, holy shit! Like, how many people have a $3,000 a month grocery budget in here? Be honest, guys. Like, yeah, let us know roughly what your grocery budget is here. You know, is it more than 3,000 or is it under 3,000? I sure as shit know ours is well under. I think ours is under 1,000, for sure. And that's only because the prices are so high. Yeah, next month is gonna get spicy for sure. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Bando. They're turning off EBT. Guess I'm gonna have to start wearing my plate carrier when I go to the store. Yeah, man, you're gonna have like armed security when you're picking up your groceries. Sad but true, right? Yeah, and they're already all the specific class of people here in the United States. They're already going off like we're just gonna steal that shit. I'm gonna rob that shit. I'm gonna shoot somebody. I'm gonna blah 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 blah. Like how about you plan ahead and factor in? But yeah, straight to the violence, straight to the like yeah, people collecting $4,000 a month complaining. Like, gee, if we had that, we would have stocked up so much. Yeah, squat shot ramen noodles is yeah, man. We used to joke and call that crackhead soup. A lot of skydivers are on the ramen noodle diet while they're trying to earn their ratings. Skydiving ain't cheap. It's kind of like becoming a pilot. You pay so much for aircraft and everything. Yeah. You spend 10 grand for the month on your aviation habit, but your grocery bill is like $40. It consisted of like ramen noodles. Um, yeah, under 300 euros a month. Yeah, exactly, Irish John. Yeah, that's just for Irish John. That's just for you, right? Um, yeah, Bando ours is around 2K with kids. We spend about 600 for a family of four for the month. Some of those videos are skits. They're fake. Not saying all of them, but yeah, DFH, you're right. Yeah, there is a lot of the satire skits and stuff like that. And just to wreck your head a little more, some of it is actually it's AI, man. In fact, Irish John and I, he was like, we love dogs and stuff, and there's a AI video going around about like how dogs save kids, and it's I don't know, like it's a short that's like 4 or 5 scenes of AI. It's a dog saving a kid, and Irish John's like, I love that video. I'm like, dude, you know that one was AI, right? Yeah, AI is taking over, man. Oh, I cringe the second I realize it's AI. I backpedal right away. I'm like, I don't want to give this person any credit. Like, I won't watch their video for a second longer than yeah. Um, I've never heard of anyone getting thousands in EBT. Yeah, hey, and that I don't know. They could be lying, but it's not hard to find. There's compilation videos of it on YouTube alone, as well as others. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, Melissa. There's but we all know there's people that you know they have the kids to collect off the system. Not everybody's like that, but there's quite a few of them that are. I got playing with my phone. Um, Sword 2 came out a week or so ago, so they're making the rounds on the social platforms. Yeah, Bando, that's a good way to get it. Yeah, buy in bulk. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That goes for most people. Most people work too hard for a living. But yeah, yeah, even you know, even if they're getting $2,000 a month. But yeah, they had like seven kids or something, seven or eight kids. There's been a few of them like that, six, seven, eight kids, and they're collecting, you know, two, three, $4,000 a month. I guess it depends on location and stuff. I don't know. I've never collected that stuff myself. So, yeah, yeah. The issue is really you can't work at to qualify. Yeah, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, what do you guys think about the AI videos? I don't know. I'm not there's some comical stuff like the Bigfoot stuff and the Bigfoot vlogs, the Stormtrooper vlogs, but man, at least they're upright fake, you know? The ones that are deceiving you, making you think that it's, you know, it's supposed to be real but it isn't, and they go through all those ceremonies, they're just looking for clicks and views and stuff. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you, Bando. Yeah, I'm not into the AI. Hell, you guys know we're not even into editing here. Oh shit, how many lives is this? I don't know. We're somewhere's up around like 60 or 70 live chats. We still haven't done a damn thumbnail. Probably won't happen either. We just, you know, like, hey, you see the little logo? It's like the bat signal. Like we're talking shit, talking about something. So yeah, yeah, the Joe Biden fakes. Yeah, those are pretty funny. Yeah, there is like I guess there's a time and a place for AI. Like I said, like when it's obviously AI and they're upfront about it, that's cool. But when they're trying to clickbait you with AI and giving fake stories and BS. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, AI is good when used for the right things. But the rest of it is shit. My knife right swings got here today. Oh, congratulations, Neil. What'd you win? You're lucky, dude. You win quite a bit, man. Well, you should. You spend enough time like on everybody's lives and everything, which is awesome. Yeah, you found a knife with a Damascus sheath of trash. Oh, right on, Elsie. Yeah, Neil, how are you doing this week, man? How is life treating you, brother? That picture does haunt me, though. I'm not a fan of the cats, but hey, it is what it is. We should get another. We got flashlights out. I don't know why. So let's. What do you guys? I'll let Neil. I'll let you pick small, medium, or large. I'm gonna bust out one of the fixed blades. Small, medium, or large. Oh, all right. Well, hey, Melissa, thanks for stopping by, and good luck with the adult crap. Um, have a good evening. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to smash the like button on the way out. Medium. All right, medium will take out my favorite medium knife, the Phobos Knives Calcula. This is by far my favorite medium knife. Yeah, Kydex that pops, right? Well, we were talking about Kydex earlier. Yeah, S35 VN steel. That's CPM, of course, but I think most of y'all know that. Yeah, this is yeah, one of my favorite knives. PVD coated. It's got the red G10 with carbon fiber scales. Yeah, if you guys haven't signed up to Elsie's Instagram, check it out for sure. Um, yeah, we'll slide things over a wee bit. Oh, he's gay and does an IG. Well, hey, Bando, when you're right, right? Chaos, a bit of a Sally sometimes. But it's okay. We appreciate chaos. The minis are right in my right here. I've still got both my minis, the PVD coat and the satin finish. Yep, still right here. Oh, ground fog is can anyone see me or did I tube ghost me? No, ground fog, I can see you, man. Did we miss some comments or something? The comments were kind of banging for a minute there. Oh, there's nothing on there. Don't send anybody there. All right. Yeah, ground fog, man. We're not sure, man. Sometimes you're like you're lurking hardcore, you're ghosting, so sometimes we just don't get to see you. But yeah, dude, you're always welcome. Yeah, ground fog is okay, ground fog definitely does the Discord. So if anybody wants to have some random conversation or it's like threads and stuff like that on like all sorts of overlanding, water purification, in general gear conversations, like all sorts of anything, like along those lines. Yeah, definitely check out Ground Fog on Discord. Yeah, Ground Fog. If you want to drop your link and make it simple. Oh, YouTube's been get. Yeah, I've had YouTube do that to me too, where they Oh, what was it like a week or two ago? Like YouTube was like blocking tons and tons of comments. Like it usually never happens on here, but for some reason YouTube was blocking like everybody's like bunches of comments. A Jerry Hassam Damascus dog tag and an AX Genesis folder. Nice, man. I'm not. I don't think yeah, those are both totally new to me. Yeah, Bando. I don't know what's up with that. I think you have to initiate that because a couple people have said that. Yeah, and I've heard about it, the Instagram models and stuff. But I guess I'm just not on it like actively enough to. Yeah, I don't get any of that stuff. Yeah, I just get a lot of advertising is one thing I'm not like stuff I like, but I don't want it to pop up in my face 10 times a day. But yeah, other than that, I get a lot of like good knife stuff and things like that. I don't get any of the Instagram clickbait chicks or anything like that. Oh, nice, Justin. Yeah, EDC with DVD. Yeah, I love that dude. Yeah, definitely. He's another veteran dude. He's got an awesome sense of humor. I couldn't believe the time people are actually. He cracked some handicap jokes because he's handicapped, and people were flipping out about it. Go figure. But hey, the Justice Warriors. Yeah, yeah. Ground Fog is he's quite the troll sniper for sure. Yeah, the cripple crew. Yeah, exactly. And somebody like some random person, people or whatever, started giving him a hard time about it over the cripple crew. And he's like, "Well, it's because I am one." And he's like, it is what it is. Amazon sent me a fake Baofeng radio, like super fake. Now I have to pay for the ride back to the post office plus label. Yeah. That's why we call it Scamazon, man. Scamazon doesn't care as long as they get their cut. And man, they destroy a lot of businesses. Yeah, I'm not, man, but it's so we're so far down that tech rabbit hole of ordering stuff and everything. Like sometimes, like there's stuff you just can't buy local anymore. Um, and yeah, you're stuck. You're stuck dealing with the with Scamazon. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, Justin. Yeah. Um, yeah, EDC with DBD. He's a good dude for sure. In fact, man, I gotta catch some more of his lives and stuff like that. YouTube's been horrible about the notifications and stuff lately. Like they started doing good and then bad. Al Triano, what's happening? Slingburger, did you win? Did I win? Is that what? Man, I wish everybody could win. Yeah, Bando, you still sell on Facebook? Yeah, they don't nail you though, do they? I know eBay's gotten out of control. Like we sold a bunch of stuff on eBay a few years ago, and by the time you find out what the real numbers are, you're stuck in the thing, and then yeah, it's just man, it's horrible. Yeah, I had a modern full tank what do they call it? The multi hatchet or something, and yeah, it was literally made in like 2019 or something. And I ended up, yeah, when I needed some money, I sold it through eBay. It was like a $465 hatchet. And they slapped on some ridiculous antique tax. And I'm like, but it's not an antique. The thing was made like 3 years ago. But yeah, that's eBay for you. But then if you back out of the sale, then you can't use their platform or something. It's all a big mess. Be right back. I want to see if any of the antifreeze have been shot with the pepper balls yet on this live I've been tracking. Oh yeah, where's it going on tonight, Elsie? Is it Portland, Chicago, New York? Yeah, there's been a lot of that going on. Um, Heading to groceries. All right, Slingburger. Thanks for hanging out, man. We definitely appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next one for sure. Yeah, I don't have any slingshots out tonight, guys. I'm not even sure why. Yeah, Alciano, how you been, man? You been keeping busy, still working hard, all that good stuff? Yeah, I can't get too much construction work. Yeah, and yeah, he's telling the truth there, Chaos. His hearing, yeah, El Triano's hearing's about as good as Chaos Theory's eyesight. But yeah, yeah. So what else have we got going on? It's what all the cool kids are doing. Yeah, I should bust out the other one. Then we got the satin finish as well, carbon fiber scales, all the good stuff. And this is the other calculator. This is coming up on a year old or so. This is the one that Miss Bushcraft and the kids got me last Christmas. The Phobos Calcula with the stone wash, red G10 liners with double black micarta scales. Yeah, sweet knife. So yeah, this is the awesome part is I was hoping for one of these for like, ah man, since they came out like a solid year and a half, 2 years, and I'm like, I'd be happy to own one, and then almost overnight I owned two. Mrs. Bushcraft and the kids got me this last Christmas. Maybe this Christmas it'll be the hatchet. That would be a nice addition. And then Eric Hansen sent me this afterwards. This the cool thing about this one is not just the carbon fiber scales, but the fact that this was Eric Hansen's EDC knife, and yeah, he was running out of the carbon fibers or something, and so he sent me this one. So this was actually the owner's EDC knife. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Elsie. Yeah, this is I should switch Friday nights to hanging on the short bus with the almost cool kids. Yeah, because we got one that can't see, one that can't hear. Now we just need one that can't speak. Yeah, I'll see you. There's definitely one in there that can't speak. That's why they're typing all the time. I'll pick up a pair of Walker razors and then earphones for the shooting range. You can get them on Amazon for like $40. They're electric, so whenever there's a loud noise, they block the noise. Yeah, Chaos. I think that information might have been helpful like 30 years ago. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Al. But yeah, Al's been at it for a long, long time. The damage is already done. Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we'll hear no evil, see no evil. Yeah, if we combine it all together and take like a group grading or something, right? That would be awesome. And there's one time at Skydive Camp, no kidding. Yeah, so what else has been going on? Not a heck of a lot. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Like I said, we're recovering from the laptop investment, and that's getting to the end. And then unfortunately though, we do have Christmas, but yeah, I've got a few things planned out that yeah, we'll make it through this year. And this will mark my first like a whole year of doing YouTube lives and everything, so that'll be cool. Then yeah, yeah, ground fog's the one short. I don't know, man. I'm short a filter too. I've been accused of that more times than not. Yeah, I just if you think it, say it, right? Doesn't that make more sense? You don't want to hold everything in and then one day suddenly snap. Yeah, I think it's I got to double check it, LC, but I think it's December 4th is when I kind of set out to start doing lives and everything full time. And like as far as the rest of the channel goes, I'm a solid like 6 months behind. Like just things didn't come together the way it should have, and or the way it could. I don't know. It just hey, the universe tends to unfold as it should, and yeah, I don't think that I don't think YouTube's an overnight endeavor. I think it's a long term investment that continuously grows, and the more I can put into it, the more it'll snowball. And yeah, we put 110% of everything we can into this channel. So yeah, and sometimes I don't know. I'm not too big on the current affairs are cool and everything. I like discussing them. It's a great topic. I think it brings awareness to everybody. But yeah, I put a lot of hours into the research and everything. And I'd rather be getting more towards the outdoors, the bushcraft stuff. But it is what it is. I think that the two kind of, to some degree. I mean, I don't want to go full Canadian prepper and turn it into a full doom and gloom. But hey, man, I guess to a certain degree, like bushcraft survival, preparedness, all comes into current affairs, or at least current affairs can be a driving factor behind it. Um, yeah, I'll see if I show my feet. Dude, that I know you're lying, man. I've been trying to sell foot picks on Craigslist now for like 3 years and nobody's buying. I don't know what it is. Maybe I used the wrong color nail polish. I don't know. Maybe I need shoes, not shoes. I don't know. Any advice on that? The only filters I know are air filter, oil filter, fuel filter, and cigarette filter. Oh, don't forget water filter, man. Yeah, Chaos, you got to throw water filter in there. That's an important part of your camp kit. Without water, all is lost. But yeah, the feet picks, the foot is yeah. Well, if it's singular, well, that's what it is. You get a foot pick for $5. You get a feet pick for 10. Wow. Well, the chat just dropped off real quick. See, man, I don't think it's the foot pick thing. Well, since it is Halloween, you got to be barefoot and step on a pumpkin. Yeah, yeah, man. If there's one thing I hate more than cats, it's feet. And if anybody spent any amount of time rock climbing, there's always that person that has some like seriously funky shoes. Like yeah, man, just you can be 15, 20 feet downwind and it just smells like dog vomit and ass cheese mixed together. Like it's the most horrendous smell. Yeah. And then yeah, just dealing with climbing shoes. Climbing shoes will make you hate feet, without a doubt. My only elbows account is pretty low sales to bushcraft. Poor economy. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm blaming it on. Yeah, it's the economy. I've got gorgeous feet. Um, Yeah. You know you're just venting out frustration when it comes to current affairs. Oh yeah, when it comes, yeah, chaos. I am frustrated about it. You're absolutely right about that, man. It is frustrating. Like, how did we get it? Yeah, once more in English, please, there, dude. Yeah, how do we let it get this far? That is just mind-boggling. Like, and then just man, like our own government is against us. Like that's what it seems like. And to edit, like, wow, yeah, I don't even know what else to say about it. Chris Simmons, no, I don't make knives. These are made by FOBOS Knives. For operators, by operators. It's owned by Eric Hansen. He's a retired veteran of 22 years of the U.S. Army. He served as an 18 Delta Special Forces medic. And upon his retirement from services, he makes these outstanding knives, man. I don't make knives. I'm just, I couldn't make a knife at this point in life if I could learn how to do it and make a knife, but there's no way I could design a knife and really call it my own. It would just be so over influenced from everything else I use, especially these knives. Oh yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, hey, if you don't ask, you'll never know. Totally legit question, but yeah, yeah, I'm not a knife maker. I can make you a wingsuit though, or a parachute. That I could make you, but yeah, knives aren't really my forte as far as building things goes. Yeah, Justin, sweaty leather sandal feet. Yeah, those Birkenstocks. Yeah, you can start to smell those downwind too. Although, yeah, I wouldn't mind making some knives. I would do a collab knife with Phobos knives or something. That would be awesome. That would be really awesome, actually. Yeah. So, anybody got anything planned for this weekend? Any hiking, biking, camping? Anybody gonna go do a tandem or something exciting? But yeah, I think that too. I think that too many people kept their mouth shut about, yeah, talking about current affairs, about what's going on, why it's going on, and stuff like that. And I think that's a major contributing factor into why we got in that situation. Another contributing factor is the fact that they came up when, like I said earlier, like they weaponize empathy. Like anytime you question something, like it's like when Obama was president and you disagreed with the Obama Health Care Act because you didn't see it beneficial to the country as a whole. Well, the fact that you disagreed with Obama, somebody's first response is, "Oh, you must be a racist then." No, no, really has nothing. I didn't even thought didn't cross my mind. The only thought that did cross my mind is that policy seems like bunk. It's going to make health like yeah, some people are going to get it for nothing, but then those of us paying are going to pay even more, and some of us won't be able to afford to pay. And then you're going to turn around and fine us as much as like $1,400, $1,600 for the year because we couldn't afford health insurance. But yet we make too much to qualify for the Obamacare. So when you disagreed with that, that was their immediate response. Oh, what are you, a racist? No, no, I'm not. And it's to the point now, like, yeah, words that have no meaning anymore in the English language: bigot, racist, Nazi, fascist, Islamophobic. What's another good one that has no meaning anymore? Masculine, toxic. What? Yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. Clint Daniels, happy Friday. How you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. I'm just going to the bath pro shop to pick up more copper. Yeah, chaos. You go to the Bath Pro Shop and get yourself some bath bombs and what do they call those little spongy thingies? Loofah. Get yourself a nice loofah and some bath bombs at the Bath Pro Shop, you jackass. Oh yeah, it's always the phone chaos. We know. It's autocorrect making us all look 10 IQ points lower minimum. But but chaos, if I didn't give you any shit, man, you'd think the world was normal. In fact, I know you well enough to know that if I didn't give you shit, you'd be like, "What? You don't like me anymore?" But it is, yeah, we're just having fun. We're here to have a good time, and good times were had by all, except for the guy that got carried away in an ambulance because he broke both his legs. It kind of sucked for him, but the rest of us were still partying like rock stars. Am I right? So, Clint, what's new with you, my man? How is life treating you? Conservatives historically, to the individual, are not very politically involved. It has been to our detriment. The battlefield has changed and new tactics need implemented. Yeah, ground fog. I think yeah, typically people on the right are busy doing what do we call that? We call it working hard, man. Yeah, for me, like yeah, the only law changes and stuff that I kept up with for 2 decades was any changes to the federal aviation regulations in relevance to parachuting activities. And that was my job. And, maintaining the airworthiness standards of skydiving equipment, sky jumping equipment, parachutes, things like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a full time job. It was 6 7 days a week, pretty solid. And yeah, I didn't have time to keep up with most of the politics. And then I found like during and obviously I was in skydiving full time during the Obama disaster, and that was just more proof of why. Well, I don't know everything about what's going on. I heard enough to like realize how it's going to apply to me. But yeah, it just got to be anytime you disagreed with Obama, the first thing people would do, like the accusation was you were a racist. And I was like, man, the people are demented. Like, yeah, I think Obama did more damage to this country than he possibly helped it, by any standards. Yeah, just the whole Obamacare thing and Cheesy Moon Workshop. What's happening? It's been a minute since I've seen you. How is life going, man? Yeah, LC. Yeah, the stuff going on in Florida with the open carry now. Yeah, because it used to be only if you were going out like camping or fishing or hunting you were allowed to open carry. But yeah, that's awesome. They changed that. Good, busy. Yeah, busy is good though, right? Busy, like working hard, making money. Busy or yeah, good stuff, man. I love that. I've got to up my game like tenfold. Yeah, I'm like I'm doing a lot, but I'm not getting anywhere. That you know that feeling. And so yeah, so it needs to change some. I definitely need to make some changes in my world to make it a better place. Not just for me, but for the people around me. Yeah, hey, I love knives too. I love certain knives. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a knife snob. I'm very particular about what I like for knives, and I'm very biased. I have an opinion, very narrow-minded opinion at that. But man, yeah, I do love knives. I love geeking out watching knives. Like show of hands, how many people geeked out back in the day watching QVC at like 2 a.m. the knife show, where they gave you this stellar, phenomenal deal, and at the end of the deal, when you thought it couldn't get any better, but wait, there's more, and they drop that big old Bowie, or like that was just. I never once ordered that shit, but man, it was fun to watch. K&M Knives, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, man. Channel member, how are you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, fly the red, white, and blue for sure. We are, yeah, this is a 110% American channel. Although we do have our allies, man. We have allies in like Scotland and England and Ireland, and I don't think we got any French people. Anybody from France? No. But yeah, all over America, and we've got our Canadian cousins to the north. We still love them, even if their government sucks and is completely screwing them over. It's like, yeah, the Canadian government there, yeah, what a bunch of knuckleheads. But man, I still love Canadian people because, like, you got to separate people from government. Most places you go in the civilized world, man, people are all the same. We're all trying to work and raise a family and pay our bills and, enjoy the weekend at the beach instead of being stuck in the house with the beach. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, people are people. I think that I think that some political discourse is fine from time to time, As long as it's working things out, it's when it becomes fanaticism. You know, the fanatical point of view, the radical point of view, is that's when it becomes bad. Like, yeah, people that are willing to go to war over an opinion, that's where it turns into a suck fest. I want to do a solo pack hike. Man, do it up. Like, what's stopping you there, Clint? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Running but standing still, yeah. But I've been putting in a lot of hours, man. I just yeah, I think the biggest trivia in life to making money. And I've always kind of had enough to get to where I needed to go, if you know what I mean. But yeah, trying to start stuff up with very limited to no capital. Well, that's a headbanger, man. And but I'm sure I'll make it there with YouTube because YouTube's paying me a whopping like 4 cents per thousand views. So I only need what, like $87 million, and I can throw 2 grand into my Kydex. Oh, so I saw there was a U-Haul truck that tried to ram, and the hole punched it 130 times. Yeah, LC, I saw that as well. That was out in California, right? Um, yeah, outside the feds are using a Coast Guard base or something, and yeah, they were gonna a U-Haul truck was gonna ram them or something. So yeah, they they turned the U-Haul into Swiss cheese basically. Man, rightfully so. Yeah, yeah, but they're hey, who's the violent ones out there? That's what's getting crazy with all of it. But yeah, what's everybody drinking tonight? I am gonna crack one open. Those wireless hole punchers come in handy. Yeah, they do. So, guys, the beverage of the night, of course, is Monster Energy drinks. We're, of course, not sponsored by them. We're too small of a channel. But yeah, we definitely fuel this channel somehow, and we like to fuel it with Monster Energy drinks. Um, yeah, these bastards really should sponsor me. Crack one open if you can. Elsie's drinking the Mountain Dew, man. Hey, you know who else drinks Mountain Dew? Isn't it Asmon Gold? Oh yeah, hear that? That's the sound of deliciousness. Yeah, but there's worse habits to be had. All I got is a machete, a switchblade, and Damascus knife. Hey, LC, man, it's better than nothing though. If it works, it works. Man, put a good edge on them and rock it. Peach cranberry and Maker's Mark. Oh, the Maker's Mark. That's a good beverage there. I should never drink that on this channel though. Y'all think I talk some shit now. Just imagine if I were kicking back the Maker's Mark all night. Oh, Asman is your top news source. All right, so at least I know I'm on the same page. I watched some of his stuff, and yeah, interesting. Yeah, just one, and that's why I buy 32-ounce cups and not 4-ounce cups for just one. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't drink all that often. Man, it's just not a thing for me. When it is though, it's good. You know, like I don't mind something like that, or man, a cold beer or two when you're barbecuing, that kind of stuff. But I'm not a big alcohol fan. I mean, I've done my fair share of drinking. Don't get me wrong. There was a time where there was a few alcohol companies I should have bought stock in, but yeah, it was a long time ago. At a drop zone far, far away. um, yeah, sometimes I wonder how I made it, but yeah, Asmon Gold is pretty good, man. Decoy voice. Yeah, if you need a good chuckle, salty cracker. There's a few others out there for sure if you're interested in that stuff that's going on, which I most definitely am most of the time. Yeah. Oh yeah, Justin. Just yeah. How you do with that nowadays, Justin? Yeah, right. Congratulations there, Irish John, too. Yeah, 3 weeks on the wagon, drinking Pepsi. Good man, dude. I think I think you got a solid plan there going. For sure. A little we'll give you the Spider Coast salute. Kapow. Yeah, those damn demon cats, right, LC? Um yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft went out earlier today. She went out with her daughter and stuff like that. And she neglected to tell her stupid, ridiculous, worthless cat that she was going out. So he did the crying at my door. Meow. I'd rather listen to like nails on a chalkboard. Oh, you, that cat is something special. I understand where you're at, LC. And, dude, I feel for you. I really do. Have you thought about just if you open the door, maybe he'll go away? Over 10 years now, just occasionally now. Right on, yeah. Hey, just keep it in check, man. That's awesome. I think, yeah, anything in moderation. I mean, there's no such thing as moderation with like fentanyl or crack or anything like that. But yeah, when it comes to the simpler things, anything in moderation, and that even comes down to food too. Like gluttony is not a commendable thing. Coming up on 5 with the wife. I'll have a beer once in a while. Yeah, I'll um I'll have a beer once in a while with like the brother-in-law or something. Um, friend from out of town or something. If I go somewhere, I'm not. I'll have a beer or two, but yeah, for the most part, I can do without it. Yeah, my new crutch is the crack in a can, the Monster Energy drinks. But I've been doing okay with those. I should cut back a little bit to be. No, I shouldn't. Damn it, I'm getting too old to cut back on the good stuff. Yeah, don't. Yeah, good point there, Ground Fog. Don't moderate my freedom. Yeah, beer every now and then, as long as I don't get tricked, man. As long as it's a regular style beer, not one of those super high volume like alcoholic beers. Like yeah, some of those beers get up like 9%. I'm more like a 3% one, and I had a horrible thing one time where I was drinking beers. I would have two, three, sometimes four beers, and I had finished a wingsuit early for a guy. He actually flew over from England, and we were gonna finish up his wingsuit, and he wanted to know if we could finish it up early so he could start jumping it in the U.S. And it really wasn't scheduled to be finished, so I had to work a bunch of overtime, like 5 6 hours a night for I think yeah like 4 nights, like Monday through Thursday. I worked an extra like 4 or 5 hours a day to finish his wingsuit. And then after I finished it, he's like, hey man, like whatever you want from the bar is on me. Like nice little bonus, thanks for hooking me up. And so like to be, professional and stuff, I just, hey, whatever he's drinking, I'll have one. Well, I ended up having like 4 beers, which is my max usually. But instead of being like, 2.8 or 3% alcohol, it was like 9% alcohol. So 4 beers now was like 3 times as many. So 4 beers was like me drinking a whole 12 pack in like an hour and a half. And oh yeah, fortunately I didn't have far to walk home that night. I left my bike at the bar, staggered home. It was a half mile, and I probably did a 2 mile walk back. Yeah, I won't do that again. Yeah, you should read the side of those bottles. One beer a day or a glass and a half of wine is actually good for you. Yeah. Yeah, Chaos, I agree with that. Yes, there's like some science behind that, but man, I don't think anybody could tell me, yeah, that might be the maximum. Like if you had that daily, that's good for you. But I think that it's one of those things like if you went without it, it wouldn't be bad for you, you know? Like there's no, yeah, does that make sense? About a year and a half ago, I was at 2 bottles of 151 Hurricane Proof. Yeah, oh, I've had the Bacardi 151, man. In fact, place I used to eat at used to soak like pineapple cubes in Bacardi 151 after your dinner, and that was enough to get you hammered. Um, what is Savage drink, Chaos? Oh, it is Chaos. Yeah, John is truly savage. 8% alcohol, one of the mini cans. kind of like White Claw, but way less bubbles and more flavor. Is that White Claw really a thing? I heard it was not a thing. Um, yeah, Jaeger Jack Daniels was my drink. Man, I've done Jaeger bombs a bunch of times. You know the Red Bull with Jaeger, and that's a one way ticket to a crazy night. John, they're pretty good. I had two of them and caught a slight buzz. My sister picked them up last time. Yeah, chaos. I think that's what I was saying. I heard those White Claws were kind of like more like a girly drink. You know, like those. What are those other girly drinks they have there? Wine coolers. I think White Claw is just like the 2020s version of that. What else? Oh, what else was gnarly like that? Not really sure. I used to, man, Washington apples. Anybody ever have those shots? Oh, I can't remember how to make them. I was like cranberry. Wow, yeah. I suck at the drinking games now. When I used to go clubbing, there was this drink called the Body Bag. It was Bacardi, Jaeger, Goldschlager, and peppermint schnapps. Oh no, yeah, I couldn't even do that. LC, the peppermint schnapps, I can't do. Um, Cheesy Moon Workshop. Never got into those modern drinks, bourbon or blended whiskey for me. Yeah, yeah, Cheesy Moon. Keep it simple, right? It's a drink, not an art project. And I think some of them they kind of like ruin the. Well, yeah, they kind of ruin the flavor of the alcohol. Some of them, but I think the best straight up alcohol I ever had was that oh, it's a vodka. Was it Dan Aykroyd or something owns it? It's that Crystal, the Crystal Skull vodka. Um, Man, that was the smoothest vodka I drank in my entire life. It was delicious. That was given to me as a Christmas present from one of the tandem instructors down at Skydive Key West back in the day. In Germany, we used to start off with 2 cans of Carlsberg Elephant beer. It was, yeah, yeah, I'm all set there, Irish John. I would have one of those cans, and I don't know, it just something about the high octane beer just doesn't, yeah, doesn't do it for me. I'm more like an American beer drinker, like 2-3% alcohol. I mean, like I'm enjoying the beverage. I'm not trying to get wrecked. It's not against the law to get white girl wasted with my sister. Oh God, yeah, it's not against the law, but it should be to say that chaos. Run vodka through a water filter and nearly no alcohol. Really? I'll have to. What's it do to the filter though? How's the filter after you do that? I would hate to destroy a good water filter over vodka. Yeah, only for alcoholics, I think. Bushcraft, your vodka pronunciation is on point. Now say Kalishnikov. Kalishnikov. Oh man, I have a couple of Russian friends. I shouldn't say that on the internet now. They're all going to be like tagging my system, but no, I have a couple of Russian friends from skydiving, and they are fun to party with. They're an absolute hoot. Das Vidanya. And this one time at skydive camp, well, it's pretty sad. Most of my life revolves around skydiving. It really does. I'm a few years out of it, and it's still like is anybody else here like in my age group not doing what you did for like the better part of 3 decades. Like this is the crap you heard about growing up. Like oh yeah, what do they call it, midlife crisis or some shit like that. And you're like, oh no, no, that won't happen to me. I did. I had a plan. It was all planned out, and it just didn't work out. But hey, life is good. Okay, we're talking about drinking. So where do birds go to get drunk? I don't know. Cheesy Moon. Where do they go? This sounds like a great dad joke. Where do birds go to get drunk? A crowbar. That's I'm laughing because I don't want to hurt your feelings. Oh, that's priceless. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Nice. That is Irish John comes in with the brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Well done, lad. Actually, I think that sounded more Scottish than it did Irish. Yeah, that is absolutely priceless. Anybody else with the dad jokes? Robert, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the chat. You just showed up just in time for some first-rate, world-class dad jokes. We just started off. In fact, if you scroll up a second, Cheesy Moon dropped the first legendary jokes. The pipes at work backed up shit in my kitchen. I'm having a horrible fucking day. Yeah, Robert, that's exactly the kind of that sucks, dude. That the pipes at work backed up shit into my kitchen. I'm having a horrible. What's blue and fluffy? What's brown and sticky? Yeah, Robert, that does suck, man. Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, I don't even know where to go with that. Well, which one? Brown and you have a stick. Yeah, ground fog. All right, so Irish John, what's the we got ground fogs. What's blue and fluffy? What, like an inflated Smurf or something? Or what do you get when you cross Barney the dinosaur with 10 pounds of C4? Um, you get Barney Rubble. Get it? Ba-dum-ba. The guy smeared on my front door for trying to break into my house. What's red and smells like blue paint? I don't know. What's red and smells like blue paint? Red paint? Holy shit. All right, guys, we're shutting this live down. This has gone entirely too far now. Um, and just blame it all on Cheesy Moon. We'll see you. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, priceless. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Yeah, that's, wow, I don't even know where to go with this. I think I have like all old school bad jokes, really. I think, yeah. I think YouTube would appreciate most of them. Or, yeah, I can't say, yeah, you got to worry about upsetting the feminists. Which, where are they with all this Muslim shit going on? Like, why aren't the feminists like lying? Where's the million chick march against, Islam? Is why, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Hello, hello. How are you doing this fine evening? We're doing it up. Come by my table at the, Oh, when is that, Cheesy Moon? Yeah, go ahead, man. If you want to drop some info on that, yeah, go right ahead for sure. Yeah, anybody in there? I don't know. I'm kind of limited on travel. Otherwise, I would like to go. Yeah, November 15th, Ellaville, Georgia. Where's it? Where's that close by? Um, it kind of rings a bell, but man, I don't know. I've been through so many towns and cities and stuff in Georgia. I can't keep track of all of. I don't even bother keeping track anymore. Um, like yeah, the only time I remember some places was something notable happened there. like Wilmington, North Carolina, I lost my tent poles. And that's how I remember that one. Uh, Americus, Warner Robins. The only way to find out if you were old is to fall down in front of a bunch of people. Yeah, yeah, exactly, ground fog. Yeah, I see their reaction. If they just kind of keep walking, like you can just get up on your own, then no big deal. But yeah, if they start rushing over to help you up, that's you probably get middle age. But then if they're like, "Don't touch him," and they call 911 for the ambulance to come help you up, then yeah, you know you're old as shit then, right? If they laugh, you're good. If they come running, sorry. Yeah, hey, the perk to getting older though, like yeah, I got a lot of white hairs in the goatee now, and the perk to it is, the older you get, the less you're expected to remember. So now, if I just didn't feel like doing shit, and oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot, getting older. Oh yeah, not a problem. Oh yeah, so Columbus, Georgia, yeah, you're right there by it's right there by Fort Benning. If I fell and they said don't touch me, I'm gonna know I'm all fucked. Oh, how old am I? I'm 50 years old, precisely. Well, I'm not precisely, like 50 years and 10 months now. I don't know how the hell I made it this far. I really don't. I'm shocked, man. Honestly, growing up, I didn't think I was gonna live to get my driver's license. And when I got my driver's license, I'm like, I'm not gonna live long enough to graduate high school. And then I was like, yeah, I won't live long enough to be able to buy my own beer. Yeah, I'll never see 21. And then I thought I'd never make it to 25. And then I kind of forgot about it for a while. And next thing I know, I was like 50 years old. Not even sure how that happened. No, but I think I spent the better part of 20 years. Like not most days. I didn't think I was going to live through the day. I just accepted that like it's just part of life. So now I'm like, shit, what do I do? My playbook never went to 50 years old, so I'm kind of winging it now. Yeah, yeah, Cheesy Moon. Yeah, I mean, age wise, yeah, I'm pretty beat up already, though, man. 27 years of jumping out of airplanes. The landing gear ain't what they used to be, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, I still do the best I can. One last joke. Where's red? Oh, what's red and really bad for your teeth? What's red and really bad for your teeth? Rubies? Yeah, you shouldn't chew on rubies. Yeah. No, it's got to be something simpler than that, right? A prick. Oh, Ground Fog got that one. Nice, nice. Ground Fog's lurking there, ready to snipe somebody. Good job, brother. We appreciate you, man. Dude, we haven't gotten trolled at all tonight, have we? There hasn't been a single troll in here. They must they must be running their own lives tonight. That is priceless. So hey, yeah, has everybody seen the yeah, Cheesy Moon, I gotta look at some more of your work, man, and see what you're doing. Unfortunately I won't be making it down to Georgia anytime soon, but Justin Ronan. Yeah, we love the dad joke. We'll have to, man. If we really wanted to lay this live out, I'd have to bring it over to to Rumble or Discord or something. I think maybe even Rumble would be like, nah, nah, buddy, you're not pulling that shit here. All right, fellas, I have to go do some Uber Eats to make up for the poop. Right on, Robert. Hey, enjoy the Uber Eats, man. Hopefully you make a killing doing that. Not a killing, but yeah, make some good money, dude. I want to see everybody make money. Robert sent happy poop for 10 jewels. It's always about the happy poop, not to be confused with chunky farts. This is straight up legit poop. But yeah, I was gonna title the video that video or something like the live, like yeah, open discourse. Are farts supposed to be chunky? Just to see what level everybody's on. Even under the rock for a bit with the new project at work, but trying to get back in the game. Yeah, hey, well, at least you got work, man. That's always a plus. Kind of blessed with that. I just need like an extra 15 left, so if y'all be safe. Right on, Robert. Hey, man, I hope you make it quick. Get home, enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend, brother. Um, yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, and yeah, be safe out there. Watch out for 18 wheelers that are running people over. No, Justin, he said he's going to work. He's not going out for a date or something, man. Yeah, good night, good night. I guess Cheesy Moon's taking off as well. Have an awesome night. Oh, hi. Yeah, that's a few blades. We got a couple. We should bring out some more, huh? I got more room than I did the other day. Yeah, that's important, man. We always keep our ducks in order here on this channel. We know what we're talking about sometimes. Like my parachutes, they work all of the time sometimes. Depends on how nice you are. Yeah, we'll shift this one over. Kapow, what we're gonna do, the tier 1 BC here. Hey Justin, man, you're still looking at these, right? The Phobos knives tier 1 BC. Yeah, full Magna cut here. Magna cut. Um, man, this blade is Mrs. Bushcraft didn't wash this again. Shame on her. Oh, she's dragging my channel down at this point, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, well, hey man, just I don't know what's going on this year, but if you remember right, last year he had an awesome sale going. So maybe he'll do the same thing this year. I don't know. In fact, I'm gonna get in touch with him pretty soon and be like, "Hey, dude, how can we market this? What can we do to like, dude? If there's a sale, let me know. I'll run a live every day of his sale, cause man, I love that guy, and I want to see him do awesome things. He does awesome things. I want to see people receive his awesome stuff. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, in fact, yeah, if he does have another big sale this year, yeah, you guys will be some of the first to know. I promise you that. Like I said, I will, like I did a lot last year, and man, I had fun doing it. I think that's part of. I was kind of like, I caused my own problem though, if you know what I mean. Like I think I got so into what was going on with Phobos knives and everything that people were like, "Oh, it's a knife channel," but it's really so much more than a knife channel. I just geek out on knives like a lot of you guys, a lot of people that are out there as well. They're so much fun. Oh yeah. So this right here represents most of what he has in production right now. The Tier 1 Mini, the Tier 1 Mini, the Calcula, the Alaris, and the Tier 1 BC, but he also has the hatchet in. And that would be my next thing. Irish John, I think she's sleeping. She could very well be sleeping by now. Yeah, she had a full day out with her daughter, and she's got to get up early and work tomorrow. So I think she probably passed out already. John, can you drop me a YouTube comment on that book series you were telling? All right, gotcha. But yeah, if there is a sale to go, look, I got room for that hatchet right here too. It's more like a tomahawk style hatchet. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm really missing from Phobos knives. And then yeah, I'd like to get some different scale combinations and stuff like that as well. That would be great. Oh yeah, if he did a sale around tax time, you'd most definitely get one. Man, I should actually maybe I should talk to him about becoming a dealer. And then yeah, having a limited amount of knives for sale, that would be kind of cool too. GRT Fishing, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, Irish John, she's definitely dedicated. Hey, it's all about the home front. And I can honestly say that Mrs. Bushcraft doesn't get up early in the morning and work because she loves it. Just something you need to do in modern society to run life. And she's that's her whole motivation. That's why she does what she does, really. And yeah, I respect her for it. There's a lot of respect in our relationship for the way things are done. John Deere channel logo is like a 50s style microphone. Yeah, what else we got going on? If he did the dealer thing, I'd talk to my tool truck guy and get him some to sell. Yeah, anything's possible. I don't know, maybe or you know what, Justin, maybe tell the tool truck guy about it and he can get in touch with Eric Hansen. Yeah, his email and stuff like that is all on the FOBOS Snipes website. Maybe they can work something out. I'm not sure. Oh, and the other fun toy that I have is the trainer. This is a non-beveled trainer of the Tier 1 Mini Mini. So if you want to do some training, without ruining your stockpile of Band-Aids and blood clot and stuff like that, going through all your combat dressing, yeah, this would be the tool for it. Man, I wonder, you could probably even put an edge on this if you really wanted to. I don't know. Fair play. Um, yeah, so what do y'all got going on this weekend? Anything overly exciting? Anybody doing any fishing, hunting, camping, sky jumping, base jumping, rock climbing, mountain biking, road racing, skateboarding, playing tiddlywinks with manhole covers? That's quite the trick. I think that only Anatoly can do that. Yeah, I think the only thing that would stop me, I mean, if I had the capital, I would definitely become at least like a small Phobos knife dealer. But that's the whole thing. You still need the capital, the wholesale to retail. And yeah, fire pit season, man. If you got a fire pit, rock it out. I wish I had a fire pit. It's on the list of things, of many things to do. Yeah, I want to pack up the Bushcraft Essentials. The Bush Box XL in titanium would be sweet for like a travel deal. And then yeah, I'd like to build a little fire pit someplace. I'm trying to get a friend of mine that has never fired a gun to the range this weekend. Oh yeah, yeah. Anatoly is a beast, man. Yeah, Crown Fog knows. Yeah. Who else knows Anatoly? Anatoly. Yeah, that dude is a beast, man. His yeah, his stuff is absolutely priceless. All of his videos and stuff like that, I thoroughly enjoy his stuff. Um, yeah, it's a shocker when the little guy can do stuff. Well, that's kind of like the Mike Tyson thing too. Mike Tyson was as far as heavyweight boxers go, he was one short dude. But man, that dude knew how to open a case of whoop ass like nobody else. But yeah, Anatoly, man, he's like a world record power lifter. And those guys are awesome. I know two. Well, that now I think they're both prior world record power lifters. They both out of Manchester, New Hampshire. Rocco Boulay and Ted Arcidi. And I knew both of them. My father was friends with Rocco Boulay. They actually went to high school together and stuff. That's how I knew him. And then I got to meet Ted Arcidi through Rocco Boulay because those guys tend to hang out together. And yeah, both of them were world record power lifters. Oh yeah, you saw him prank a big Irish dude, and it's funny, yeah, because you got all those the gym bros, the muscle heads that are like, "Oh, there's no way you can do that," and then he does it, and that's the great part. Yeah, Ted Arcidi. He also he opened Weightlifters Warehouse and stuff like that, which was supplement and like they sold like treadmills and elliptical trainers and whatever else, all that stuff, along with Ted Arcidi had his own supplement stuff on the market and everything. But yeah, he was a world record power lifter, and like I said, they're both out of Manchester, New Hampshire. So, oh yeah, Anatoly's mop. What does that thing weigh? Oh, what is it, like 36 kilos or something, which equates to like it's like an 80-pound mop. Oh, I just trained with mop. Very nice. I love it in his videos when he's like practice with my mop like this. You see, yeah, yeah. It's all about the mop, man. Without the mop, you'll never get anywhere in life. Yeah, Anatoly is priceless stuff. Mop, not mom, stupid. Yeah, there you go. Chaos always blames it on his phone, man. Thank God you've got that technology to blame it on, huh? That's all. I still got to find a. Does anybody know where to get like a 3x5 inch? Man, I'd like to get a little desktop flag. That would be even better. Like, yeah, I got to find something like that. Nice little desktop flag. I was a bodybuilder wannabe years ago. Now I want speed, agility, and power. Ain't a totally packaged stuff. Yeah, yeah, ground fog. I think we all go through that phase, and then we can blame it on Arnold, right? Whom I'm not a fan of anymore. Ever since the guy that came here from a foreign country and made $1 billion off of the American people, and then had the audacity during the Chinese AIDS to be like "F your freedom." No, sorry, dude. Like you suck. Yeah, he lost 110% respect from me during that little stint there. The audacity to say something like that—that's just absurd. It's AI's fault. There's an English strongman, Eddie Hall. He's as funny as anything. Yeah, Eddie Hall is funny too. Yeah, he's got some interesting stuff. Braxton, what's up? What was that? That was the start of Scary Movie or something, wasn't it? What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? What's up? Yeah, I know I heard it somewhere. But yeah, hey man, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Um, have you been nice all year? Santa's making his list. And just in case for some reason Mrs. Bushcraft comes back and watches this, I'm really hoping Fatty Claus there does bring me that extra that other piece I need for this set. For I need it. Hey, who wants to buy some fire starters or patches, man? I need to get the freaking Phobos knives combat tomahawk there. It's only $250. So I only got to sell like 30 sets of patches or fire starters in any configuration. Braxton Graham, my sergeant dared me to shave my head with a razor. So guess who's bald? Yeah, probably you or what? My sergeant dared me to shave my head with a razor, so guess who's bald? Man, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with bald, man. You just look at it this way. God created a few perfect heads, the rest he put hair on. Like bald is beautiful, my man. It's the solar panel for the love machine. Unpopular opinion incoming. COVID was a litmus test for me. Those levels of fear and compliance will replicate for the next crisis. We know what those people will do next time. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, the whole the face diaper gang and stuff like that. Oh, they were driving me nuts, man. In fact, yeah, I haven't been back to Walmart since the COVID started because yeah, the dude tried telling me I had to wear a face diaper and I'm like, "No, I don't." And we got into this little thing and basically, I told him, like, I'm like, hey, dude, go get a spoon, come back and eat my ass. That's where we're going with that. Like, that's just, and Mrs. Bushcraft is like, you can't be talking to people like that. I'm like, well, he's not my daddy. He's not going to tell me I got to wear a face diaper. And then, yeah, so I haven't been allowed to go back to the Walmart. Not that I really give a shit. But yeah, no Walmart for me. Yeah, that's what my drill sergeant came to me. Say what you want to be. No, it's actually my recruiter. Yeah, man. See, getting old, I'm forgetting the old cadences and shit. But yeah, man, that was a whole bunch of yeah, let's see what we can make them do. And you notice, man, the world has changed since then, like drastically. Like that is the moment that changed my entire life. Zona zero, sadly, that is how viruses spread. Yeah, you definitely can tell that that guy from that the military said. You could say that that's what I'm in for. But any other time, if you wore a mask into a store, people would think you would be robbing the place. Yeah, Justin, it's almost like that's part of their plan, huh? Let's get everybody masked up and wrapped up, and then, yeah, it's harder to ID people, and then the crime rate skyrocketed because, yeah, nobody knew if they were in there just being compliant with some crap or, yeah, yeah, Americans definitely deserve their First Amendment, their right to free speech. And yeah, yeah, the part that really baffled me about that is when they came out with the Fauci ouchie, and the people that got the shot were like going after the people that didn't get the shot because apparently the people that didn't get the shot were endangering their lives. But if you got the shot, then your danger was over. The risk was mine, not yours. You know, and ironically, the same people screaming, my body, my choice, are the ones saying, you must take this experimental jab that we don't know what's going to happen. That in the long run, all the conspiracy theorists, once again, were right. And the Fauci ouchie did more harm than it did good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Braxton. If the shot worked, then it didn't matter if I got it. You were protected. That was my own risk. So all the people that wanted to be protected by this dangerous experimental chemical injection, yeah, they were all set. They didn't have to worry about us, right? But for some reason they were, and they turned it into a one side against this side type thing, like they do so many other things. The same thing with the face diaper. Like those have been proven to be extremely unhealthy for you. And yet, you know, there were people that wore them, and then they would go after the people that didn't want to wear them. And now, 5 years later, everything's done and over with. There's a full-on, like, retard moronathon of people still wearing those damn face diapers in their car alone driving down the road. I see them all the time. They're just not right in the head. It's more like a gang symbol or something. I'm in South Florida and I still see people wearing masks on their ears. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're still seeing it to this day. Yeah, you still go out and you see people like, yeah, in their car, all alone, windows up, wearing a face diaper like in 2025. During COVID, it was the first time since the penal times that priests were not permitted by the government to say mass in public in Ireland. Yeah, and that's what it was. It was all they were going to see how much of your freedom that they could take before people started doing something about it. It was just a big test, the big, and not to mention the biggest money transfer in all of human history. The less than 1% made trillions while everybody else went broke. Yeah, I lost my 6-figure a year business skydiving due to the Chinese aid. So I'll forever hate this scenario. And I've got my own opinions on it, my own standpoint. And yeah, and I've said it before, all these people bitching about reparations from shit 400 years ago before this was even a country. Hey, I want reparations from 5 years ago. It's 2025. I'm roughly 500 to $750,000 less than had COVID never happened. I would still be working doing the same stuff. I'd be sky jumping all day and packing parachutes and doing my thing. But yeah, literally, COVID put me out of business, and then because I was self-employed, I didn't qualify for anything, so I sold off like 90% of everything I own, just to get by over the past few years. And that was even I found some work for a while, but yeah, it is what it is. I wonder if those people use condoms when they masturbate. Yeah, worldwide psyop that nearly worked. Yeah, yeah. Luckily, I joined under the current administration, so no COVID shot for me, just 18 other shots. It felt like. Yeah, yeah, Braxton. There's a few, man. I don't know what it is nowadays, but I know in the '90s we definitely got that nasty penicillin shot. That yeah. My right cheek still hurts thinking about it. I used my COVID cash to buy a hunting rifle and camping equipment. Yeah, chaos. That's the whole thing, man. Yeah, being self-employed, I got a one-time offering of $1,200, and that's it. But yeah, I've literally lost 500 to $750,000 in the last 5 years. No, we still did. Then had a run test the next day. Yeah, running with a limp, man. Yeah, that's the army for you. Wonder, ground fog. That might not be a bad idea, actually. But hey, to each their own. Yeah, it's interesting stuff. Yeah, so as much as I realize, like rule of law and government is kind of a necessity. Um, at some point, things are going to change because these modern governments are just they're not working for the people; they're ruling over the people and like destroying lives. And yeah, yeah, all the big wig money people, the Jeff Bezos and the Elon Musks and the Zuckerberg and all them, they all made tons of money. The WalMarts, the Targets, the huge franchises, they were allowed to stay open. Fast food was allowed to serve up their shitty, horrible for you food and stuff. Um, but yeah, and anybody like yeah, they wanted to put mom and pop shops, small businesses out of business, and all that money trickled up to the top, and now it's a struggle to start a business. I got that peanut butter shot in my left ass cheek. Thing is, I'm Air Force, honestly, but glad to see PT standards are going up. But I really got to watch money just in case I'm not paid the first. Yeah, Braxton, I feel for you there, my man. Yeah, and it is awesome they're finally straightening that stuff out. Like, if that's one place that woke trash didn't belong, and that was in the military. That shit got way out of control, way out of control. Like, yeah, they were embarrassing the country. They don't care about small business because they don't have a voice versus the government. Yeah, yeah, and that's where they need to, yeah, get rid of that lobbying and stuff like that. Like, yeah, Jeff Bezos should not be able to pay the government $20 million. Here's a nice little huggy thing, um, and then get his way with the laws and everything. That definitely shouldn't happen. And that stuff happens way too often. The lobbying needs to be put a stop to, along with that APAC and dual citizenship. Yeah, you're either an American or you're not, as well as what else? I could go on a freaking rant here. Yeah, if you're anti-American, you should hold no government position whatsoever. Yeah, term limits. Term limits would be another good one. Um, the insider trading. Like, how is it? Oh, AOC there. Um, she went from a net worth of something like $25,000, and then $65,000, and then 2023 it jumped up. I forget what it was, but in 2024 she ended up with $30 million. How does somebody making 180 grand a year, whatever their exact salary is, it's something like that, 180,000 a year? How do you go from a net worth of 25 grand to $30 million in only 4 years? That's the kind of bullshit that's got to stop. And yeah, we got to stop with the Ilhan Omars and the Zohan Mandibi Bibi Booby, whatever the freak that commie bastard's name is in New York City. Yeah, America doesn't need a hey, we don't give a shit about Islam. Really, really, really. I've and nobody I know is like, yeah, we all need to convert and become Muslims. It's just not the case. It's just a bunch of lies. And what they did is they used the illegal immigration to like mass immigrate people to certain places, where Ilhan Omar is from, Minneapolis or Dearborn, Michigan, that piece of shit there. And then now this guy in New York City, and then they localize it with their little peoples, their little freaking Islam buddies, and then they use they weaponize our government system against us, and they vote these people in, and we totally need to get rid of that. That needs to stop. Like I can't even remember the guy's name in Dearborn, Michigan. He's the one that's telling white Christians that although you may live here, you're not welcome here, and I'm going to throw a parade when the day you leave. It's like, dude, why didn't we not deport him like 10 minutes after saying that? Like, sorry, dude, that's not the way. All because the guy went in there questioning they wanted to rename, or they renamed a street in Dearborn, Michigan after somebody he had shit to do with like 9/11 and Hamas and the fanatic Islam guys and stuff. There's people worried about the PT standards in the Air Force, but like from my understanding, it's literally just a half mile longer run. So like, yeah, there's yeah, the Air Force is kind of laid back. But no, overall, all military personnel, as well as like law enforcement, in my opinion, should be able to pass a PT test. Yeah, like if you're a cop, if you're a fatty cop and you can't run 100 yards, yeah, find another job. Like maybe work at the donut shop, maybe work at McFaddy's. But yeah, if you, I guess I don't know. Maybe if I were a habitual criminal, I would want the cops to be fat. Then it would never catch me. But yeah, our military should have a level of fitness that suits their job. And that job, it could be a variable. If you read your contract, it says or to the needs of the Army or to the needs of the Air Force, so on and so forth. Which basically makes your recruitment contract there null and void because they can change it to whatever the hell they want you to do. But yeah, everybody in the military should be fit. Everybody that's like in law enforcement. I mean, maybe if you're some forensic guy sitting in a lab, who cares if you're in shape? I don't care. It doesn't matter. You're going to sit in a chair and look through a microscope or something. Then it doesn't matter. But if you're like a street cop, if you're out working, like, man, I've seen a couple of those videos now on YouTube where you've got like Chubby McChubby cop trying to chase somebody down, and they haven't got a chance of catching the dude, which is absolutely priceless. Very laid back. The main one is security forces will have a high standard. Any combat MOS, but not our others like me who works on ejection seats. Yeah, that was Mayor Abdullah H. Hamad. We are losing the country piece by piece. Yeah, exactly. Hey, thanks for throwing those facts up there. You know who I'm talking about, though. We'll just refer to Mayor Abdullah H. Hamad as Mr. POS. More specifically, piece of shit. I'm not going to be shy about it. But yeah, the audacity of somebody to come into this country, push their religion on everybody else, push their beliefs on everybody else, and then tell us we're not welcome here. Dude, Americans got a habit of connecting boot to ass. I would strongly suggest to any extremist Islam person that is here screaming death to America and they're going to overtake America. You're going to push so far, but when we push back, you will have full regrets. They have to be fit or they die. That stuff's heavy. Mayor Habibi. Yeah. Oh, what the hell is it they call us? It's not infidel. They got a more insulting word. I want to get it tattooed on my on my arm. Yeah, but and they're doing it. They got another Muslim mayor that's trying to sneak their way in up in Maine. G-ball vision, what's happening? Yeah, that's what they're gonna find out over my dead body. Yeah, they're gonna find out the hard way. Yeah. Americans are Americans, man. Yeah, we love our pizza, our cheeseburgers, and the foosball games, and well, because they got cheerleaders there too, guys. We know that's why we go. But anyhow, yeah, hey, but yeah, you piss us off, and yeah, America unites, and and I have a feeling. I think that's part of their attention. Like, okay, so the Great Replacement theory. That's kind of been debunked at this point. We can say, yeah, that's really happening. They're importing people into, not just the United States, but in all Western culture, European culture, all that, Canada, U.S. Um, and they know it's a boiling pot. It's a time pot it's ticking away. It's going to go off at some point, and when it does, it's gonna kick off their depopulation program. Because I have a feeling that the Fighting Irish. Take a look at what's going on over there. They're pissed. Oh, the English are pissed too, and it's starting to show. Same thing with Canadians and Americans. We're tired of this bullshit immigration stuff, having our jobs robbed from underneath us because somebody's here illegally is willing to take it for $7 an hour because they got to take what they can get. Yeah, we're fed up with it. We're fed up with our tax dollars. What is it? The Roosevelt Hotel in New York City there. $575,000 a day for that place to house illegal immigrants. Meanwhile, our veterans are home. We've got homeless veterans. Like, no, if we can't take care of what's at home first, we shouldn't be taking care of them. I like absolute crap at the DFAC, like hot dog pies and stuff, and still pass my PT test. What do you think the U.S. left the country rot to this level? I can't see any value or advantage to it. Um, Zona, I've heard that it's to compete with China. We can't compete with China because our labor wages are way too high. And if they smash the country apart and let illegal immigrants in here, like I was just saying, like they'll take a job for pennies on the dollar compared to your average American. If they let it all fall apart, now they've got cheap labor. It's also part of their depopulation thing. Like I don't know, I think some of it applies to like the Georgia Guidestones and like the elite people think that I don't know. Yeah, a lot of it doesn't make sense. Like why like the United States is like the cash cow to China. Like they make so much money off of us. Why? But yet China still is like building jets to compete, to fight Americans, and they want to take over Taiwan and they want to stir the pot. Like that doesn't make any sense. If they're making all their money off of us, if they were successful and got rid of us, and then there goes their cash cow too. Like a lot of things don't make sense. But hey, when you got billions and billions of dollars, things don't have to make sense. It's just what you feel you want to do or something. They are destabilizing society for global control. Wake up, people. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's where the digital ID comes in and the digital currency. They're going to keep track of everything you do, whether, 15-minute cities. So, yeah, to the elite, we're just a bunch of like we consume food. We're a bunch of mouth breathers and stuff like that. We have no real purpose. Um, the real population boost. The reason why population was pushed so much was because of like industrialization. They needed people to work in the factories, but now they're getting robots to work in the factories, so they don't need the people anymore. They only need people of value, and what better way to get rid of most of the population than hey, another world war? Maybe they can get rid of a few hundred million or maybe a couple of billion off of what's going on. I mean, people, not dollars. I'd venture a guess of 30 million American civilians, men's that will not go quietly into the night. Tony Gilbert, howdy, howdy, how you doing with the cowboy hat and all? Oh yeah, Braxton. Hopefully it's a Monster Energy drink because they don't sponsor this channel. But yeah, there's a whole lot to it going on, and they really, man, it's hard to figure decipher everything. Some of it can be speculation, but some of it's based on repeat of history. I don't know what you're talking about, but they're not coming to get me. I'll tell you that. Right on, Tony Gilbert. Yeah. Hey man, this is the Phobos Knives current lineup. Um, yeah, love this guy, Eric Hansen, owner of Phobos Knives. Awesome dude. Much respect. Um, yeah, they are. Yeah, you can check them out at phobosnifes.com. But this is the tier one mini trainer, the tier one mini. The tier one mini. These two are in CPM 154 CM. These are both calculas. We've got a stonewash finish. It's got red G10 liners with double micarta scales, and this one is PVD finish with red G10 liners and carbon fiber scales. This is the Alaris. It's CPM 3V. This one's got black G10 liners with ivory micarta scales. And the Tier 1 BC, which is made out of MagnaCut. This one's got a red G10 with double black micarta scales. It has a bow drill divot in there, clearly a full tang, and a ferro rod notch right there. Yeah, we got the good camera. We can see it this week. But yeah, it's got a notch out there for your ferro rod, so it increases contact to your ferro rod, and yeah, man, turns your ferro rod into a spark throwing beast. Yeah, Tony, these are all fixed blades right here. The only folding knife I have is my Spyderco Sage 5 CF. Yeah, and this is my EDC pocket knife and stuff. But yeah, all these are fixed blades. Oh yeah, and they also come with a lifetime guarantee that is transferable. So if you bought one of these and you wanted to give it to your Irish friend or your English friend or one of your buddies or next to kin, maybe you got a son or something you want to pass it on to, yeah, the warranty follows the knife. So if you gifted it to somebody and something happened to it, they would still cover it. A ferro rod notch in the blade. Never seen that. Yeah, I think this is the first place I saw it. I think since I've seen one or two knives with it. Um, but hell yeah, man, an old butcher knife that rocks it too. Um, yeah. In fact, my grandfather's fillet knife that sat in his fishing tackle box used to be a full-on chef knife until he sharpened it down so many times it actually became a fillet knife. Spydercos are amazing. I carry a Griptilian, but I couldn't find a Spyderco on base, so bought. Oh, what'd you end up getting, Braxton? Um, I know you're not familiar, but in the UK they're gonna take it in the post. Oh yeah, Tony Gilbert. I'm familiar with it, very much so. In fact, yeah, I won't ship anything to overseas and stuff. In fact, John 11 there, Irish John, they kind of got similar rules, and yeah, we've looked into it to send him something nice. But yeah, same thing. We're worried the post office will snag it up. I bought one auction of stuff confiscated. It was mostly bunk. Yeah, a lot of those QVC late night specials. I like to call them the Chinese gas station knives. Yeah, we are not a fan of the Chinese knives on this channel. At least I am most definitely not. Y'all buy whatever you want, you know that. But here, I love pooping on poo-poo Chinese knives because poo-poo Chinese knives, well, they suck. Yeah, Tony, I wish I had the skills to make my own knife. I really would. I probably would have by now, but you can only develop so many skill sets in a lifetime, and I've got other skill sets, but oh yeah, man. I used to love. I'm not lying, man. The QVC back before the interwebs and all that. I would watch it like I was like classic insomniac, always thinking about something, and I would watch them. Like you could buy like 130 knives for four easy payments of 49.99. But wait, there's more if you order now, and they would throw in like a ninja sword or something, or some shuriken, or a classic Bowie knife made from 100% genuine recycled cans. Yeah, man, I used to love that show. I never once ordered one thing, and I always wondered. I'm like, they keep doing this. Who keeps buying this? I keep watching it. Like they can't be making that much money off of people watching. Then you'd go to a flea market or something, you know, like a garage sale or something, and you would find all the like, oh, these are where these people buy these knives. Like that's the thing. There's a side menu thing, guys. Like, okay, right here from here to here, that's um on my thing, but it's not on what you guys are seeing. So that's why my stuff is so off center. I'm I'm compensating for this overlay thing that you can't really see. That's ridiculous. Someday, hey, this is my first year, my second year on YouTube. I'll be better. Maybe maybe next year I'll make a thumbnail. Wouldn't that be special? I'd say the firearms inspector guard would be at the door. No, brother, a monkey's fist is a knot with an item in the middle. I want to find a case knife or a buck. Well, yeah, Braxton. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'd go with a buck. I don't know. I don't know. Depends on your needs. Yeah, Cutlery Corner was like that. I used to watch it bought once. It was shit. Sharpen it once and went. Yeah. Case is okay. Get an old one. Same with Buck. This stuff now is horrible. Oh, right on. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, man. A lot of companies have sold out, and that's my one of my pet peeves is the number of companies that have sold out to China. Like Gerber used to make decent knives back in the 80s and 90s or whatever. You know, same thing with SOG and stuff. But they all sold out to China, and now it's just mass produced trash that, you know, some YouTube geeks or something, they saw a bug out bag video and they're like, oh, yeah, this SOG Turd Eater 2000 is like the best knife ever. It's a total budget banger. And then they put it in their wannabe bug out bag that's never going to bug out for shit. It might get some bug shit on it sitting in a closet, but they are not ever bugging out with it. And sitting in there is their burnt edge super plasticky trash Chinese knife. Um, but yeah, hey Tony, not just American. I'm not a racist. Um, Buy quality gear. There's other quality gear. Japan, man, Japan. The silky saws, you can't beat a silky saw yet. Haven't. It just doesn't compete. Um, yeah, there's other stuff like yeah, you can get Grainfors Brooks. What a reputation they have. Sweden, right? They got some nice looking ladies in Sweden too. I'd like to support Sweden. And if we support Sweden, maybe they got enough money to kick some of the illegals out of there. Shit, John, what the hell does Ireland make? I don't know. I would buy something from Ireland. Guinness, get Guinness and help support Ireland. Um, but yeah, and there's some good Canadian stuff too. There's the Agawa saws. They're pretty good. If you're into that kind of saw. There's if you're into bike touring, Arkell has some world class bike panniers and stuff. Yeah, so it's not just all about American, but it's definitely about not buying Chinese shit. Especially when it's a full blown Chinese knife that somebody imported under a boutique, you know, like we're the fancy American company, knife company, but really it's just another cookie cutter import Chinese piece of shit. Um, I'm mad at Guinness laid 500 Marylanders off for no reason. I used to sell case knives. Their carbon steel is still good, but if you want a true budget banger, Higanag, yeah. Oh no, I'm not saying you're racist, brother. I get what you're. Yeah, yeah, Tony, man. If you're kind of newer to the channel, there's some words that we don't care about here, because they're so played out. We like to play with them for fun, and that was just me playing with that word for fun, because the words like bigot, racist, fascist, Nazi, Islamophobic, they really have no meaning. They've been played out so much, and it's so full of shit that I just don't care anymore. So that's why I joke. Yeah. Oh no, I'm not racist. It's not all about America. You know, that way there I'm a good guy too. We gave the bastards all kinds of incentives. Two meant nothing. Either blue or white paper carbon steel. Hey, I've heard of that knife. It looks cool. But yeah, Japanese steel is pretty good too. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely there's quality stuff out there, and they're like work with the allied countries. That's what we need to be doing. Like I see no point in supporting somebody who's 110% against us, which is mind-boggling because I've had so many people in here like give me like they'll defend Chinese knives and say that I'm wrong for promoting American knives and not Chinese knives. It's happened more times than I care. And they'll come out, oh, but Chinese knives have made advances in the past few years with their CNC machinery. And like, yeah, you're right, they have, thanks to us financing everything. But if we put that money into American companies, guess what? American companies would have all that CNC machinery and be making even better knives. Um, so make sure it's made by Nagayo. Oh, Braxton got all the information on the Japanese knives there. Yeah, racism has been redefined. Support your societies and your allied cultures. Outsourcing has made it difficult. Yeah, it has. Yeah, Groundhog's totally right. Like, man, even like, man, I was butthurt to find out that, the reason why not all Leathermans are stamped USA is because they're required to have at least 70% of everything done in the United States, and only a few of their stuff qualify for that, like the Arc. Is that their new Arc or whatever for $250? That's stamped in the USA because it's predominantly like majority made in the USA, but a lot of their other stuff isn't. That's why it's not stamped made in the USA. But I will. Phobos knives are most definitely made in the USA. Yeah, 110% sure of that. Yeah, Red Wing does the same thing now. Yeah, and a lot of them have done that. They build an American brand, and then to keep their shareholders and stuff happy, that they sell out to China. And but I'll tell you, man, I haven't met a more gnarly group about it yet than certain knife people. For some reason, knife people, like, I don't know if they're communists or what, but they 110% support China. It's a better deal to support China. And yeah, they've gotten on my ass because I'm like, screw China. I'm going to support every American company I possibly can. Machine ones are still good, but I like handmade ones. I wear government issued steel toes. Yeah, there's a lot of companies that have done that. Like my gramps told me, better dead than fed. Yeah, yeah, better dead than red. Yeah, so I guess there's a lot of variables going on there. Um, but yeah, for the most part, yeah, we definitely need to start supporting more U.S. companies and stuff, and I'm all for that. Like I go out of my way trying to support U.S. makers. It does it. It currently costs more. It's more difficult to do. And yeah, the whole I could have jumped on the Chinese bandwagon. I could totally be shilling for China. I had so many offers from so many companies from China, and I tell all of them to go pump sand. Like there is no way. I don't care how many free knives you offer me. You can offer me $500 to $1,000 to do a 10-minute video or whatever. It's bullcrap, man. Because then I'm selling out my channel too, and they're kind of buying out my opinion because they'll tell you what you can and can't say and how long the video is going to be and how you want to represent their knife, and you have to have at least 8 good points, but 2 minor bad points are okay. Like maybe the handle's a little off, but they totally dictate your videos and stuff. There's no way, and there's so much shenanigans going on with the shilling for China. I just bought a couple of snap-on screwdrivers and they were $50 a piece. Hard to justify USA. Yeah, Brent, no, it's hard to justify Snap-on. They are a scam, man. They are totally yeah, they got so many people making money. That van is addictive. It comes around every week and they'll give you whatever you want and then they'll just take X dollars out of your check automatically every week. Yeah, Snap-on is kind of it's more Gucci. Yeah, like a Sears Craftsman was a better deal back in the day, but I think somebody buy them out or something. I don't know. I'm not much into hand tools. Like I think 85% of my tools were custom had to be custom made. So, Yeah, yeah, the shit's a pyramid scheme. It's a little mini factory town. Believe it or not, we use Snap-on in the Air Force like it's issue tools. Yeah, Irish John, I'd like to do a collab with Phobos Knives and come out with a yeah, Bushcraft Rebooted Phobos collab knife or something. That would be sweet. But I don't think I've never been a one knife guy. I'd have to do like a couple of knives. Yeah, yeah. My father was in the automotive industry for God, probably at least well over 30 years, and yeah, that Snap-on deal. That's one of those predatory deals. Yeah, they get some young mechanic who just just got just got his first bay, and they'll roll down the toolbox and fill it up in the whole 9 yards, and you're gonna be paying for those tools. Like your mortgage will be paid off before those tools are. So hey, knife guy, what should I call you? I'm sorry, I'm new here. Tony, not knife guy. Yeah, I'm definitely not the knife guy. This is a small percentage. This is like a small percentage of the channel. Like, yeah, I get into everything. Um, yeah, not just knives. Yeah, definitely hatchets and saws. My forte is actually sewn products, man. I love sewn products the best because man, I can sew better than anybody else in the sewing industry. Any backpack you buy, anything I know more about the sewing. I love sewing. I cheated on my sewing project in home ec in the eighth grade, not knowing in the future I was going to become an FA certificated master parachute rigger. And man, I love sewn products. Oh, Tony, what can I sew? I can sew parachutes. I can sew wingsuits. I can sew crew gear, canopy relative work gear. Like when they're stacking parachutes and doing stuff like that, like formation canopy piloting. I can make gear for that. I can sew anything. The in fact, the most difficult sewing project in the world ever in history is the wingsuit. And I did R&D and test jumping wingsuits for a number of years for Tony Suits in Zephyr Hills, Florida. But those skills translate over to like we inspect everything, even the work that I haven't made, I inspect. So my quality control on sewn products is way above anybody for sure on YouTube. Um, and yeah, you can just if you've got a pattern, you can make a pattern. You can sew anything. Yeah, Tony, you're like the millionth person that's told me I'm crazy, but I love it, dude. Thank you. Yeah, man, that was my Monday through Thursday job for a number of years for the winters. Um, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, can you just make a parachute? You could. I mean, you would want to pattern it. You would want to measure it and stuff for sure. You can't just wing it. The tolerances are really really tight. Because yeah, aerodynamics can be a finicky thing. He wanted to do the two, but his site's too bad to draft now. Yeah, so that's actually where the channel hopefully is eventually. Well, it'll go there as soon as it's economically viable. Because the it was the Chinese AIDS that put me out of business. The whole COVID-19. That's what put me out of business and kind of like did me in economically. So yeah, after a few years and deciding to recover from it, and I'm not getting it's a young man's game, and I'm getting to be older. I decided to do the YouTube route and to share my experiences and go through some quality control. Part of it was watching YouTube and watching people like they'll look at something and be like, "Oh, this looks good," like, "Oh shit, I don't have anything." Um, but yeah, they'll go through something and be like, "Oh, this looks good." It's like, well, which part of it looks good? Like, do you even know what you're looking at? Um, Ground fog. I currently I don't have any sewing machines, man. That's something that's gonna, yeah, that's right up there with the Kydex stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple of industrial sewing machines, and I'm gonna start doing some custom stuff. I have a project I'm kicking around, recovery board bag. Yeah, that sounds interesting, Ground Fog. I'd definitely be interested in that. Um, wow, and it's usually it comes in three major parts. You have the table, the motor, and the head for an industrial sewing machine. So it's three separate parts. The table you can get anywhere from like a compact table. It barely fits the head and stuff like that, and the motor and everything. I would include a fourth part because the industrial sewing machines, like your average home sewing machine, does something like a couple hundred, 200 stitches a minute, two or 300 or something like that. Where industrial machines will run 3 to 5,000 stitches per minute. But they cost a lot more, and you need it to go through the heavier duty fabrics. I would say like the average cost of a table head and motor, single needle, double needle, stuff like that is going to be around $2,500 to $3,000 for a good setup. And then depending on what you can get a digital bar tacker that, man, those things will run ten to $12,000, and that's for doing like stuff like box X's and things like that. John Chaos is talking about his toy collection. So yeah, man, that's some of the stuff that we plan on getting into down the road is and I live, man, I'm 45 minutes from an industrial sewing machine place. I just need the cash in hand, and I'll go buy a couple sewing machines, and I plan to offer custom work. Like like if you've got the little doodad you need a custom molly pouch for to put on your thing. Yeah, we can build that. That's not a problem. All that stuff is like elementary, pretty simple stuff. Mike's life, what's happening, my man? How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. How's your day going, brother? Tony Gilbert, no, I don't have a school as of yet. I would need to buy property and stuff like that. I was a nomad for well over 20 years. I worked spring, like late spring, summer, early fall in the Northeast, and then the rest of the year I was either down in Florida. I spent one winter out in Las Vegas. I spent another winter down in the Gulf side, Rocheron, Texas. It's right in between Houston and Galveston. Is Rocheron? I spent one winter there working. Godzilla Games Pro, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. I got you. Me too. I used to be a bow knife back in the day. I still have it. Level Up Dojo, man. I like the names. You guys got awesome names coming up in here. I got you. Me too. I used to be. Carved up a wooden hobo reel and caught four nice yellow perch today. Awesome. That's awesome, Mike. Yeah, I haven't carved up a hobo reel in forever. I just buy them now. I got a thing for like CNC milled aluminum and titanium and stuff like that. Yeah, I've got one of those Yojito reels. I've got it packed away right now though, but I hated Vegas, man. It sucked. I know where that is. I went through there to Galveston. All right, yeah, man. So when I worked, Skydive Las Vegas is actually in Boulder City. And like when I worked there, yeah, we'd jump there right at the Boulder City Airport. They got a lot of the Eurocopters and stuff that they do the Grand Canyon tours. But I spent most of my spare time over at Bootleg Canyon, which has some gnarly downhill mountain biking. Or when I did go into Vegas, I was going there for the wind tunnel, and that was it. Just cruise around the tunnel for fun. But yeah, for the most part, other than that, yeah, Vegas sucked, man. And the nice thing is I have like a zero gambling thing. Like if you're gonna jump out of airplanes for a living, then you should not waste your luck on stupid stuff like gambling. So therefore, I had this like superstitious thing of never gambling. So yeah, I always had money, and but I did, man. I spent like $9,200 on a mountain bike while I was there, just for downhilling. So I guess the Vegas area got my money, but it definitely didn't go towards the casinos. Do you have an OTF knife? And if you do, what one is your favorite out of them? I don't have an OTF knife at all. Pretty much most of my knives are right here, except for my folder. Yeah, the more moving parts you have, the more likely it is to break, and I'm just not that interested in broken stuff. Yeah, my grandfather gave me my first knife. Yeah, Level Up Dojo. Yeah, man, same thing. I think my grandfather gave me my first knife as well, with my mother screaming in protest, which is probably similar. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. Yeah, man, that goes for a lot of us. I think for a lot of us, like it's family. Like I didn't decide one day to get into like fishing or hunting or camping or hiking or any of that stuff. It was all stuff that my family brought me into, whether it was different uncles, my grandfather, and then it was something I decided to pursue when I was old enough to start making my own decisions. But I really got into the outdoors stuff on my own, like through Civil Air Patrol. They did a lot of search and rescue stuff, which a lot of hiking, things like that. Bushcraft, you ever seen the Matt Dojo guy on YouTube? He's hilarious. No, I haven't seen that one yet, Irish John. Lots of bodies out in that desert. Yeah, there is, man. Remember, every time the lake drops down some more Lake Mead and stuff, they always find a stinky barrel, 55-gallon barrel that just doesn't smell right. Would you like to get an OTF knife? No, not really, man. Yeah, I wouldn't spend my money on one. Like I said, yeah, I've just never had. They're cool, the little clickety clickety boop boop. All that stuff is really cool, but yeah, I just don't have an interest in it. Um, there's others. Yeah, I would buy lots of other stuff before I spent the money on an OTF. Like, yeah, a lot of others. I'd probably, yeah. The list is endless. First knife is a coming of age ritual. It's just special thing time. Yeah, yeah, ground fog. You're right, man. It is, and oh yeah, my grandfather would take me out fishing and grab a stick or something and teach me which way to cut. Always cut away from yourself. Do this, don't do that. Yeah, he enjoyed it. He enjoyed teaching me, and I enjoyed learning. And yeah, it became man, that my grandfather probably bought half the knives in my life. And yeah, growing up, I lost a couple and stuff like that. I broke a few. And then yeah, I went from the basic pocket knife to a fixed blade, and my first knife was a case two blade. Couldn't tell you which one it was, but I had it for a long time. Yeah, exactly, chaos. Yeah, I think mine went as well. It had like the larger blade came out one side, smaller blade came out the other, and yeah, one of my first fixed blades was the Air Force survival knife, the pilot Air Force pilot survival knife. Yeah, that thing wasn't all that great. And then I also owned like a Marine Corps K bar. James Davis, I low key want a gravity knife, pointless, but I guess a nice fit. Hey, James, man, if that's, hey man, at least you know what it's all about. Yeah, it's one of those things, man. Yeah, I'm with you. Like there are some things in life it doesn't serve a lot of purpose. You just need it. You must have it. It's that key piece of gear that you're like, you know what? I would just that would have a lovely home in my pocket. Grandparents are cool, plus always will be. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Irish John. What one of your knives would you consider your quote unquote most tactical? Um, ooh, my what? I don't know, man. I don't buy into the. It's a tactical knife. It's a bushcraft knife. It's a survival knife. It's a EDC knife. I mean, what really defines a tactical knife? And I don't know. I really don't know, man. I don't get into that. I think that's a YouTube thing. I really do. Um, I've talked for countless hours to Eric Hansen, the designer of all these knives here, and he's a Green Beret for 22 years, and he did some alphabet stuff afterwards as well. I can't remember what it is, so I don't want to get it wrong. Um, I would ask him like, which one do you think this is a tactical knife, and he'd probably tell you whichever the one you want. Depends on what your job is. Are you doing like something fast urban, or are you going out in the jungle? That's a huge amount of variables there. A tactical knife is just it sounds like a marketing scam. A lot of what goes on in the knife community and shit is all marketing scams. Probably quick draw. The tier one with the flamethrower is the one I prefer. Yeah, yeah, the tier one BC. If you had to pick one and done kind of thing. Yeah, this is gonna do everything. It's gonna. Yeah, you could any knife you could use in a knife fight, maybe short of a butter knife. But yeah, this is probably going to be your most universal all around. Um, you know, it's going to cover the most amount of ground. And I do believe in the saying that a big knife can do whatever a little knife can do, but a little knife can't do what a big knife can do. So, and this is I believe I want to say like 11 and a quarter overall. So it's not like a monster. It's not a freaking sword for Christ's sake. It's still a knife. I played a little bit of Halo back in the day, but man, yeah, I haven't picked up a video game now in like shit 6 years. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Justin Ronan said, it's tactical, and that's the part that matters. But yeah, even when I was in the army and stuff, yeah, it wasn't all. I mean, hell, 90% of the guys were carrying Gerber Gators, and I had like Gerber multi tools and stuff. But yeah, I've played a little bit. Man, I played Pac Man and Qbert, and man, I played Skyrim like it was my job. But yeah, because I guess a major thing too is most of the gaming I did as an adult was a result of skydiving. Because yeah, if you break your leg or something and you're kind of laid up for a few weeks doing the recovery, yeah, you're not. There's not much else to do. So yeah, I would play some gaming. But now that I don't skydive, it's highly unlikely I'm gonna just randomly break a leg today. So yeah, and then yeah, the economics of 2020 and everything like that. I ended up, yeah, I had a Xbox and a PlayStation and a bunch of games and extra controllers and all that. I just ended up selling all of it because hey, yeah, some things are more important than recreation and whatnot. And the other reason why I'm not into games anymore is because the micro purchases, like stuff that we used to win in a game, now costs 5.99. And then yeah, everybody everybody was saying bring back the Xbox 360, and the Xbox deal went from what was it, $50 a month and $60 a month, then to I mean $50 a year to $60 a year, all the way up to $360 a year. It's like $60 a month now or something. So yeah, people are paying $360 a month to get online with. That's just absurd. On top of the cost of the console, and consoles have gone up too. Like that was a big thing. Consoles were like $200 versus a computer. It was a lot cheaper. But now consoles are up six, seven, $800 depending on what model you get. But yeah, it's the in-game micro purchases too. I'm like, just the hell with all this. And it was getting incomplete games. Was it Anthem or something? I think that's the name of the game, Anthem. But the last game that I had bought, a friend of mine recommended it to me, and and I bought it, and they never finished the game. Like there was going to be patches and updates to download, and yeah, you only got half the game. You never got the whole thing. It cost like $65 to get an incomplete game. So yeah, the way the technology's leaned and the way they're robbing everybody, yeah, I have nothing to do really with gaming. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's how you fix that. I don't know how good your vision is, but if you can't find a Sony's PSP and have it modded, you can have all those games handheld. Yeah, Irish John was on that one. Um, yeah, how we doing here? Other than that, wow, yeah, getting late already, huh? Yeah, that live dropped off pretty quick. Yeah, the PSP was pretty cool, man. Actually, man, I had one of those Game Boys I played Tetris on for years. It it would take us like 18 to 20 minutes to get to altitude, to get on jump run. So I would spend that time playing the playing Tetris, man. I mastered it. Yeah, I feel but yeah, yeah, that's really what got me out of gaming though, really is the a lot of the micro purchases. I can't stand that stuff. Like literally stuff used to it was like a pickup along the game and they turned it all into yeah, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, now you got to purchase everything, and before you know it, your $65 game. Now you have to pay a minimum of $360 a year to be able to play it online and stuff. And then any purchase and anything if you're going to be competitive in the game, well, it's going to cost you at least another $100 or $200. And that's not even as bad as the what do they call them the browser games. Like yeah, they had what was it? Age? No, not it wasn't Age of Empires. Um, y'all know what I'm talking about though. The browser games where it's just nonstop. The Builder Bob games where you're building your little castle and your fortress and your armies, and then some guy who is a complete loser dumps like $12,000 into upgrades, so he goes around schooling on everybody. But then one guy gets sick of that and spends like $20,000. And meanwhile, you're just, you're throwing in like 50 or $100 a month, getting your ass handed to you every time you try to play the game, or you got to spend a bunch of money to have shields so that they can't attack you. And yeah, yeah, I played those games for a while, and yeah, there was one little, I don't know what you call him, the cult leader of the group. Um, yeah, he's the one that spent 12 grand, and he worked at Amazon. He didn't make a ton of money, but he put it all on credit cards because he had to win. And then he's like, our fearless cult leader, video game guy, had to leave the game because he had to work some overtime to pay off his credit cards for the game he played. And yeah, he showed the receipts and everything. Dude dumped over 12 grand into playing an online browser game. And that's when I was like, okay, yeah, this is like a gambling addiction for some people. I used to play a lot of Clash of Clans, but I never spent a dime on it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Chaos. That's the same type of game. Clash of Clans. Um, yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, though. There's people that spend like insane amounts of money on that, and it is what it is. But yeah, guys, we're well over 2.5 hours here, so I'm gonna wrap this one up. We'll definitely be back Sunday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. Who knows? Might do a little something tomorrow too. I'm kind of feeling froggy, but yeah, I'll see if I can put something together for then. If not, definitely Sunday morning. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you had some fun. Hopefully you learned a little. If you didn't learn a little, hopefully you laughed a little. And if life was good for you, you laughed a little and learned a little. And I definitely learned a little something too. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Definitely appreciate you guys. Chaos Theory. Thanks for moderating. Justin Ronan, Irish John. Um, everybody, yeah. Have you seen how the market for Counter Strike lost $2 billion? Bush. No, I haven't noticed that at all. But yeah, Justin Ronan, everybody, thanks for hanging out. If I missed anybody, sorry about that. But we will definitely be back sooner than later. And yeah, we're gonna get this channel growing and doing all that other fancy YouTube stuff that we don't understand, but we're gonna play it anyhow. Ground Fog, man, we definitely appreciate you too. If you want, drop your link for your Discord again real quick while we're wrapping it up. If anybody wants to give you a shout out over there. But yeah, everybody, I will definitely see you soon. Stay safe, keep it real, be the best version of you can possibly be, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, be well. See you soon, guys.